Alex is here. So Alex, we're gonna talk about your planner usage this year. So I guess to start off, what you started the year off with, and how is that different from last year, and kind of like how it's going.
So for me this year, I ended up with like Travelers, and so it has monthly and then RTN refill inside, kind of like that, for like work things. And then personally, I was like, I really like this Han.
Yeah.
That has a lot of space to write in. That I do not write in. So I am so far behind. I have a ton of blank pages, but I still carry it with me every day.
Are you maybe emotionally attached to it or something?
It's just so pretty. Honestly, no, but like really, yeah, because I kind of knew when I got it that I wasn't gonna keep up with like the weekly. Also, just because like we have a calendar,
like the digital
on Google, and like that's basically what my like life revolves around. So I don't need to rewrite it down. I mean, would it be helpful? Probably yes, but when it's the same, so then I just have never done it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's like different for everyone. Like, for me, it helps me to remember things if I write physically, if I actually write it. So like if there's like a work dinner coming up or something, I'll see it on the Google Calendar and I will forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have them on like I'll do anything important on like the monthly
It's so pretty.
spreads.
Ooh.
So these at least like get updated. Admittedly, like there's not a ton on here, but like doing that, and like this is like when I was gone, so I did it with like the washi tape.
That's really pretty.
And notes. So I'll look at this and update like this and go back and do it, but the weekly itself, not so much. Maybe going forward. I'm trying to think of something, if anyone has any good ideas, what you could also use it for. So like go back and use it for.
Going back is kind of...
Not like for planning.
Right. Because I've seen people just use it as like extra like journal pages. So I think Min does this too. She uses it as like a media journal. So she'll just write down this way, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess if you kind of...
They're all like... There's like one sticker somewhere, admittedly. I'm so far behind, I'm sorry guys. It was like, when May asked originally, I was like, I don't know if I should show anything because I don't have like most of it done. And I think it's just hard for me to like keep up when I'm not doing like too many other things outside of work. Or like, it's a lot of tiny things that will come up at the moment and I'm like, okay, like I don't need to remember this 2 months from now.
So I guess I'm wondering like how does this compare to last year? Like, do you think this is like way more space for you? Maybe it was a little bit too much space, like compared to what you were using last year?
Yeah.
What were you using last year?
That's a good question. I had High Tide for here, and then I switched and started using the Travelers. I made my own Stology. I did Stology.
Right.
Which was time year. And
the small style.
Yeah, so I did all the months in there, and then I had the squares, I drew the squares in afterwards, the smaller ones. So that was, easier to keep up with, like, day-wise and, like, writing a whole ton. Admittedly, I fell off, like, during December, but that was definitely, like, if you're splitting an Stology A6 page into 4 squares, it's definitely a lot less space than this. But it was just so pretty. The idea originally, admittedly, was like to use it as like a sketchbook and a journal, which I still like do occasionally.
If you guys
kind of
can see, this is like, she drew this.
So I don't have to carry like a sketchbook and my planner with me too, and there's like one book. have to be more on top of it to do that, admittedly, but it like works since I've had it with me.
Mm-hmm.
This was I was just trying because the blue gray in here is actually the kept pen when we did the.
Oh.
So this is the day we did the
I
opening,
see.
the blind box video. And so I was just like curious because a lot of the times I'll draw in pen with like the uni one, how it would look.
I
it's
thought
okay.
it was like pencil or something from far away.
Oh, no, it's pen.
I don't have the patience to do drawings like this.
So, and I was thinking more like a quick drawings, admittedly.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't gonna like do this. Actually, I just was curious on the pen wise, and I was like, how does this blend out? And then went from there. And so I have like it set up to like look nice on the other side, but I never wrote anything in it, so I have to go back. So yeah, I have more doodles in here than like anything else. I have like this one too when I
That
started.
one is pencil.
No, that's the uni one.
Oh my god.
How
do you do this?
I have all the Uni 1 pens for a reason.
Oh my
I don't
God.
collect like 30 something of them just for like, I mean, I do collect them for fun, admittedly, because they're pretty.
So it's like a
But-
couple of different colors of the Uniball?
Yeah, so you can kind of see me like swatching them down here.
Crazy.
Kind of
You
also,
should just go back to all these pages and do this.
that would take a very long time, but yeah.
Oh my god, are these all your uni? Or
Yeah, I think
see,
so.
I see. Yeah, you should just do one.
It takes,
Per each.
it took me like 6 hours to do that. I literally was like watching TV at the same time, but so I have a lot of like random doodles in a lot of random
Yeah.
places, but I have some writing in here on some pages, but I don't have a ton of like full blown writing. I've never been really great at like journaling the whole time, so I was kind of hoping to do it like both. I also have like a stack of things next to my desk of like collected from here that I think are cute, or like we've gotten from people or found, I don't know, somewhere. And so to like put on days and then just have never put it like together.
So
bad
maybe
scrapbook.
it's more of a question of like you just not having the time to do things that you wanted to do
Yeah.
with this book.
I think that's a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Or like not have, kind of wasn't the priority in some places, and so it kind of just never picked up. Like I tried to be more consistent originally. You can see there's like more doodles and more
Yeah.
pages here than anything else, but yeah, so that's fine at the moment. We're not gonna look at May because it literally doesn't say anything.
There's some writing in here.
There's some writing in here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how that's going,
So,
yeah.
So thoughts on the rest of the year?
I mean, I would hope to do more, but I'm also not gonna like beat myself up if I don't get to it.
Yeah, of course.
Especially since I'm not really doing completely like day-related things on the day. So we shall see.
Yeah, I think like
Admittedly,
this
the
is
weeks.
honestly like really realistic. Like if I wasn't, if this wasn't like part of my job, like
Yeah.
I don't know how much I would have kept up with mine.
Yours looks so good on Snapchat. Yeah. Originally, I was gonna get a week's because I did. I liked it from doing the
Right.
swatching last year, and they had the same design. And then I just got roped into this. And that is, like it wasn't really a plan. I was like, oh, this also looks cute. It has the weekly on it. It would have been better for my shoulder to have the weeks I carry around all the time.
I'm more impressed more than anything how you kept carrying this around.
It's just because it never leaves my bag. I'm like, what if I need it for, like, want to write something for it, in it?
Yeah.
Like, the attempt was always there. It just never happened, particularly.
I mean, that's kind of impressive in itself.
You can see the cover
like,
got,
it's worn out from just staying in your bag.
yeah, the cover has, like, spots on it, from, like, the dye on my bag.
Yeah.
So,
Because like I feel like personally I would have taken it out of my bag because it's so heavy.
I feel like if I take it out, then it will sit on the side of my desk
Right.
eternally. Because if it annoys me enough, then I still know it's there. I don't know if this logic makes sense to anybody. Like I carry it around,
You're
you're like
aware of it.
yeah. Or like I have there's like sticky notes in the back or like things like put it in there, like in the page to not lose it or something, and then take it out and then keep the book with me. I just but not in it, completely.
Maybe if you have any ideas on like how to use Hobonichi pages after
Yeah.
the date has already passed, share in the comments.
'Cause it held up pretty well to like this, but you
Yeah.
can kind of tell like on the other side.
Do you use a pencil board or anything?
I do, but not actually directly underneath. It's kind of weird where the paper is so thin that it will write differently if it's directly underneath, and
Right.
it won't. It's harder to blend them together. Admittedly,
I
learned
find it
the
a
hard
little
way.
bit like slippery feeling if I have the pencil board
Yeah.
under. Yeah.
So I'll put it like underneath like a couple pages.
Right.
It's kind of like almost like padding a little bit.
So then I guess like you will still get this on the other page.
yeah.
Yeah. What about the weeks that you were using for your inks?
Yeah.
Did you ever like finish that one?
It's finished in the way that all of the weekly spreads are finished. I had started doing like ink lines, like brands in like the month pages or in the back. That I didn't really keep up with, just because the ones that I still had left were the really like large lines, like all of the Irizuku, all of like the Manyo.
Yeah.
I never really sat down to like do all of those at one time, but the physical weekly is
You
done.
use that,
You can use like, I can still always put more stickers in, like there's still spaces if I find stickers I like, but the physical palettes, yeah.
All right. Thanks for sharing, Alex.
Thank you for having me. I know I don't have too much.
No, I appreciate you coming on to share your other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, the real,
the
reality. The
The
opposite
reality.
of Min and her cute doodles is me with a bunch of blank pages in my hand. And this, which
yeah.
is like, I don't actually use the monthly, again, because we have our calendar. And then I use this as like notes, so it's not really like,
So it's really just kind of
it's
jotting
like,
things
this is
down.
what I had inked one time. This is like notes for like inks to match uni one pens,
Yeah.
just like notes on things. Sometimes I'll skip pages, things to remember to write down. And then I have our sticker release in the back to keep like stickers and keep tapes and stuff.
Okay.
But this also just kind of like, or they're in the front here too.
Yeah.
I have our stickers in the front here too, you can see. Because it comes in handy here. I think I also resorted to my laptop sticky notes. Not physical sticky notes, but sticky notes on,
Oh, like an app?
yeah, the stickies on like the Mac.
Uh-huh.
So,
So you write less things
Yeah.
down physically.
yeah, 'cause I feel like we look at them more than like
True.
pulling this
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I mean, I do, like, if I need to write a whole ton down, I'm not gonna like type it on the side if I need to like show somebody. But little notes when we're like, oh, you have to remember this like 2 days later, it's just like now a sticky note on the top.
Okay.
Not even real sticky notes, the digital
So I
sticky
guess it's really early right now, but do you think you will get a hone again next year?
notes.
But also, who knows? Maybe
Depends on
the second half
designs.
of the year you'll be
Yeah.
like really inspired to journal or like do something
Maybe,
every day. Or,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll click.
It's either gonna be, I think, if I have any more time, because I do still like the idea of having it to write and like sketch in. So it'd either be like this again, potentially, or probably like a week's and then carrying around another sketchbook.
I feel like the weeks really was working very well for what you were doing with it
Yeah.
last year. Yeah, it was like the perfect size and setup.
That wasn't planning though, so we shall see.
Yeah.
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 Because I wasn't up to date on the weeks with that.
Right,
I would do like a ton at one time, or like do stickers on one or the other.
Well,
Life changes.
I'd be very curious to know how you end the year with, like what you do by the end of the year. We shall see.
Yeah, I think it's a couple times. It's really funny because they reminded me last week, and I was like, yeah, I'll like update it and do stuff, and I did not update it or do stuff.
Well, I also
immediately.
like didn't want you to update the planner for this video.
Yeah.
You know, we're real. We keep it real here.
Didn't even touch last week.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing.
Thanks for having me. Anyway. Okay. Bye.
We are here with Selena.
Hi.
Hi, Selena.
Hello, my name is Selena.
Yeah.
And I'm new here. I started working, I think, around April.
And you've been at the store mostly so far.
Yeah, this is my first time at the warehouse
Yeah.
actually.
So if you've been to the store in the last couple months, you might have met Selena already. But yeah, so you brought in some of your planners today. Do you want to kind of go over like what your planner journey so far has been?
So actually before this year, I would just use like a regular like notebook. So this is like just a simple Midori grid like A5 notebook, and I would literally like I would just like write like so this is 2020, right?
Oh, okay,
I would just write it, and then I would write like what I have to do, and this is like mostly for school. So that's how that goes, and then I usually cover like mistakes with like an art piece. So yeah, that's basically what this one was for.
So it's more of a, it's very practical.
Yeah.
So did you have like some like notes in this book as well?
Yeah.
In addition to your planning?
Yeah, so it's very unorganized, right? And I wouldn't like write in it every day either.
Right.
So you can definitely see that there's gonna be like skips.
And you used this while you were still in school, right?
Yeah, so I used this mostly in college, like all 4 years, and so I never filled it up because I was so inconsistent with it. But yeah, as you can see, like this is just like probably like notes for school. And then I actually use this to take like notes on Yoseka as well. So yeah, I was like testing out pens when I was
It's
here.
like tester jars.
Yes, and now this is Yoseka notes.
I see.
And someone also from the store brought in a little stamp, so I used
That's
that.
really cute.
And then at the very end, I have ink swatches that I was doing. Yeah. So my not really planner. My like.
So do you
little
still
note-taking.
you're still using this?
I'm still using it, but it's really for like whatever, like mostly for notes now, because I moved to an actual planner,
Ooh,
which I can show you guys. So this I actually bought here as well.
It's looking very
Really
familiar.
love it. And I used to only use like a Muji black pen, but I recently started using this because I thought it matched like the colors of my planner really well. So the planner I have, I think it's called the Midori Gradation.
Yeah.
One cool thing about this one is that it basically has like a gradient which tells you like the sunrise and sunset, which I thought was really pretty.
Yeah.
And I think I specifically got it for like the aesthetics of it, because I think it shows like the sunrise and sunset in Japan. Not here. But yeah, like it's all
Yeah, the
pink and
color's
purple.
really nice.
Yeah.
So how has this been working? When did you start this?
So I started pretty much in January of this year.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like closer to February. But at first I kind of very simple, nothing like crazy. And then this just tells you like the time it is of each day. And then as you go on, I kind of started like putting more stuff in. And kind of like artwork that my friend did. And then this is actually a business card from Nico Neko's the guy.
Shout out to Nico Neko.
Yeah. Then this was during Chinese New Year.
Cute.
So we went to like this market and had like these stickers that we bought. Yeah, I can just kind of flip through. This is I used to do a lot of like pen paling. And then Lucky Rizzo. Yeah. Can just go through it.
So, do you put your stickers down first before, or like as the week goes on, or after?
I think I definitely write first and then I put the stickers in after. I sometimes go back to like a previous week if I find something that kind of matches like what's going on. So like this is kind of like orangey and green.
And then what about like your actual planning? Like, do you write stuff in advance of something happening? Like these are reminders for you, or do you go back? Are you writing things down as they happen?
So basically, so this is mostly like my school schedule, right? So I definitely like, since it's set, I would write those, and then like after I have the class, I write down like the homework that I have for that class. And then I also worked at school, so I just have like
Work shift.
my little shifts.
I see, I see.
um,
I'm seeing mostly black pen and then this.
yeah, so this is definitely before I got like any like cool pens, man. I was just using my Muji gel pen,
Right,
and that's all I
right.
had. But yeah, I recently bought a fountain pen, which you can definitely
Ooh.
see. I start using like
Some inks maybe.
some inks. This is my like zebra, like I think it's red black, the red black one.
Oh my god, so cute.
Yeah, cat page. And then birds. And yeah, this pen is right here.
Oh, it looks really nice. It looks really nice on the
It's like
page
little
actually.
pink and
Yeah.
purple. Okay, yeah, I also got these here. I really love this artist.
Oh my god, it's everywhere.
I know, I really love it. It's like not the ones that you peel off, but you like press on
Oh,
it. And
these
it
are like the
transfers.
transfer
Yeah, the
stickers?
transfer stickers.
Nice.
And
Oh my
that was my birthday, so
my
yeah, I'm a
God.
Gemini, so I have like a little Kermit sticker. And yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing.
It's very empty. It's very empty.
So I'm curious, because do you journal or do you just keep this planner basically?
So the thing is, I actually wasn't much of like a journaler. Only like probably back in like early college with like this one right here. Cause I never really had time to journal. I would just
It's
mostly
hard with
write it
school,
in my
yeah.
phone. But like I want to get back into it. So I want to like fill this up more. So that's what I'm trying to do. And there's like a lot of cute stuff I can put in it.
Yeah. Is this week?
Yeah, this is this
Oh
week.
my god, look at your cute little,
Yeah, my little
bookmark.
It's like a little magnetic
Oh my
bookmark.
god. So cute.
I think I got it at Daiso. Yeah, Daiso. These are just like addresses for like I sell stuff on Etsy too, so I just
you
have
do?
these little like, just to make sure I send them. And then my first day at the warehouse.
Does this have monthly?
Oh yeah, at the very beginning it has like this.
But you don't use the monthly
Not
that much.
too much.
I see,
Yeah.
I see.
So I haven't like actually explored all the pages in this journal because I think there's stuff in the back as well. Like all
What
this.
is that?
I actually have no idea.
Oh, maybe it's like a
Yeah.
habit tracking type of thing.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can.
They're like
color in.
undated.
Yeah.
So you can use it anytime
Oh
you
yeah.
want.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nice. We've had this planner every year for quite some time, but I've never actually looked at everything that's in here. It's very interesting. Like, what is this? Can you read?
Okay, so these are the seasons, right? Winter,
Oh.
spring, winter, fall, and then winter. I'm not sure what this is for. So actually, I'll look into
Oh,
that.
what's this?
But these are also the seasons, so I guess maybe it might be like seasonal goals.
Huh.
Yeah, and then,
And then
like
I like how small the spacing is in
Yeah.
this one.
And I write really small, so I think this is like a perfect like
Yeah.
length or width for me, and it's pretty like compact.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the very end, there's also like a little pen holder.
Yeah.
Which. So,
Yeah, you should put that there.
let me try.
So while you're doing that, so you're gonna keep going with this for the rest of the year?
I
assume.
think so, but the thing is, I do have like a Hobonichi now. Like I just got it. So I'm not really familiar with Hobonichi actually. But I might move to that since like it's very popular here.
Yeah. Which size did you get? The big one or the?
I think it's the
small one?
smaller size.
one.
Yeah. But I do like how like each day is like it has its own page
Yeah.
and how you can like journal and kind of write your schedule.
So now, are you bringing this around with you?
Yeah, I think because I am kind of a perfectionist. Like I don't like it when it gets dirty or like kind of like bent. So that's why I like this because I
I
can
see, I
just
see.
keep it inside like the little pencil pouch.
Yeah.
And it just fits like right in. Then
We'll do another video at the end of the year, so maybe we'll get an update on how the planning
Yeah.
or how the planner went Thanks for sharing, and thanks
Yeah,
for being on
of
camera today.
Thanks,
Hopefully
guys.
we see more of Selena in the coming videos. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Hi everyone. So we are outside with Ashley.
Hello, hello. People have been commenting that they wanted to see me, so I'm here.
Yeah,
Here to show my planners.
people of YouTube miss Ashley.
I'm-
Here
I
she
miss you all too. I missed you all too.
So Ashley brought in her stack of planners here, plus 2 more that you didn't bring. So we are going over kind of what you started out the year with and how it's going, what's working, what's not working. So yeah, do you want to share with us what you've been using this year?
Sure, I will share. I think people are very familiar with like my A6 Hobonichi. I've been using this as a personal planner for like quite a few years now. So like I started the year off with this. I've been going strong. It's a little less packed than in previous years, but it's just like for reasons I'll probably get into later. But yeah, this has been going good. I have like pretty consistent entries in here, and I use it the same way as I have been using it, even though this is the new English version with all the colors and stuff. Yeah, that's the only change with this. But yeah, been using this.
So that's still going well for you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have my A6 Hobonichi, which is my personal planner, which has been good. This is new for me, the Hobonichi Cousin. I've been using it as like a to-do book, but it's like very sparse. I mean, you'll see, I'll show. And then I have the Hours Research Journal, which
I forgot about this one.
I know, me too. So this one has been kind of neglected. This was like a memory keeping is what I decided on. Just like whenever I have memories that I want to keep, I would put things in here. But yeah, you'll see it's kind of empty. And then this was actually gifted to me by someone, and so I've been using it to hold one of my Hobonichi weeks, which I've been using as my health journal, health log. This one is my most frequently used, actually. This is also new for me, using the weeks in this way, because last year, and I said at the end of last year, beginning of this year, that I was going to use another weeks for like my social calendar, like my social outings, because that's what I did last year. Yeah, that Hobonichi weeks is not with us here today. So
Kind of sad.
a little sad.
You know, I can almost guess why that one's being used. But you're saying the drawer pouch was a gift from someone?
Yes, it was a gift. I was actually, it was part of like a D-stash, and I was like, hey. And I don't know if like she wants me to like say who she is on here, but she knows. I think she'll see this. And I like really appreciate it a lot. I took it with me to Spain. It's like a wallet. We actually don't have this version here. It's like Japan exclusive still. So I kept like cash in here, like my ID and my passport and things. So.
Oh, very cool.
And my weeks was in there because I bring the health log around with me quite a bit now. I've even been falling off on this one. But you know, it's hard. It's hard, guys. Yeah. So the things that are working, maybe I'll just sort it into a stack like this. Hobonichi, I mean, has worked well for me in the past and is working well for me now. My personal journal has been going for quite a few years, so I'm used to this. I'm pretty consistent. I have like a couple journal entries every week, so that's good. You know, I said my health log has been good. It's pretty empty, but I think it's really full in the way that I'm using it.
So do you want to kind of like briefly go over like how you're using that without going into, you know, too much like personal details? Like how do you have it set up? Were you planning on showing that one?
I was. I didn't care when I brought it. I was gonna show it, but I don't know if this will be too personal. I think it's fine. It's not fully filled. This one's not fully filled out.
You have a
I'll show this one.
interesting like notation.
Yes. So
So I think that might be worth showing.
yeah, I'll show. I don't mind showing. Just no pity comments, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so this is a spread from my health log. The way I've been using it, I have this system that I came up with back in like December to January of like I'm gonna keep track of different symptoms that I'm experiencing because my health, if we're gonna get a little personal, my health plummeted in December. I got sick with COVID and things have not been the same. So I was gonna keep a health log anyway, so I kind of had these things in mind that I wanted to track. It just became really crucial for me, I guess, to have like metrics for things. So I keep track of my sleep, I keep track of my energy, which I originally had like a rating system like 1 to 5, which changed because it was just like low numbers all the time. And then it, like for me, it became something where like I just need to know if it's affecting like my daily functioning more. Like I don't need to know like how bad I'm feeling, just like is this something that's like getting worse or getting better, you know, or staying the same. And then I was keeping track of like other symptoms and how much activity I'm doing, if I'm taking my medication that day, you know, like very clear things that I think affect like my functioning on a day-to-day level that I can kind of see over the whole month. So I use the month view primarily to keep track of things. I know.
This is you.
That's me, sad Pingu. Sad Pingu.
Oh my god.
Sad Pingu. Yeah. It seems sad on the outside, but really this is like, I take this with me to doctor's appointments so that like if I need to mention something like I was having bad time on the toilet or I was having migraines, I can like, you know, point out like this is how frequently this is happening.
Are you logging when you have matcha?
Yes, because caffeine is like something. Oh my god.
Also, we are at a playground right now.
The children
They're, you know.
are screaming. But yeah, so I have to keep track of my caffeine intake. It's like pretty important for me, and it kind of affects my medication as well. So you can, like, sometimes it overlaps, which is not a good thing. Anyways, you can see I'm kind of falling off now, but I primarily use the monthly view because I'm just logging these metrics every day. And I guess I should explain, like I have an Apple Watch as well, so that tracks a lot of these metrics for me. So if I fall off like this, I can always go back and fill it in because, whoops, yeah.
What happened in May?
Well, I went on vacation in May,
Oh, okay.
so like this whole chunk is like vacation
Yeah.
time. I have not gone back and logged things. But if something happens, like an incident is that's when I write in the weeks. That I probably won't show. But for example, I'll have like whatever the incident was with my health, and then I go into detail here because usually that's something significant that I need to bring up like in an appointment.
So that's your health log.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions about this before I even had a health log, so hopefully this is helpful.
So I remember this was kind of like part of your PAL last year, right? So it's working fine as a separate thing?
Yeah, what's interesting is I liked the PAL because I had a really nice tracker view, so it was really easy to see at a glance if something's becoming more frequent or less frequent. It's a little bit harder to see in this view, but I just like being able to have it in this size. And the monthly view, surprisingly, it's like very easy to fill out with how I have it set up. Like it's not too much space, you know, and it's all like on one page for that month. Yeah.
Cool. I wish you better health for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
And then let's take a look at your personal Hobonichi.
So my personal Hobonichi is something that has been tried and true in my life. This year I got to experiment more with like the colors because the index is colored this year. So I've never gotten to do that before, and I'm really sticking to it. So I can do like a quick flip through, but that's all that's special about this, nothing else. So like the index here is colored, so like it's really satisfying to flip through and see like, you know, the different colors that show up. Some of them aren't super consistent. Like the purple is like purple. I spilled hand sanitizer on here, so that's a little sad. But yeah, like there's purple, and then there's like pink for the pink. And sometimes I spend more time, sometimes I spend less time. Like the green. I take great pride in matching the colors every month. I haven't done much in June yet.
Do you backlog much at all in this one, or you just kind of...
No, I like never backlog in the personal one. If I want to fill in blank pages, it's usually just putting in like ephemera that I've gotten, and I just put that on random pages. But no, don't backlog. This is kind of just as I go, like on the day. I'm like, gotta get some things out of my system. Gotta put it down in the Hobonichi. Yeah.
Oh. And like in that one, you're not really using the monthly or anything else?
No, I've never been able to stick to using the monthly. Oh, I have an ink log in the back, which is pretty cute. So you can see it change with each month. Why is this here? Anyways, yeah, so it changes with each month. So that's kind of nice to see too, because it's more of a gradient this year. And I keep my sticker release paper back here.
Nice.
I don't have to show anything from this one. This is probably going into the realm of things I might change for next year, I'm anticipating. So this is what I've been using as like my to-do list. I'm working on a lot of projects outside of Yoseka. So I have a lot of to-dos. May knows exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so it's like very minimal in this one. But I love that the cousin has a timeline, because I'll have like a brief overview of my day in this timeline side with the secret line. Yeah. And then I'll kind of do like call outs if I need to. Like if I was going to plan my dinner, I would write out like my dinner here. Or this is like writing letters. I probably list who I'm writing the letters to on this side. Yeah. So that is how I've been using this. And I think it's really effective, this layout. I like it so much, but I only end up doing things on the weekends. So I'm thinking I might have to switch to like Navec, day free. I really like having the dates, so I don't want to go to a day free, but there's so many empty pages. Yeah. There's so many empty pages. Like,
what about getting another A6 instead?
You know, that actually might be an idea. Yeah, I might get another A6. I really like having this big space. I don't always use it, but when I do, I feel really grateful that I have it. I don't know if I have a, like when I use the full page, I'm like, yeah, feels good to use the whole page. Oh my gosh, I'm calculating debts here.
So this is more like a very functional, like just get stuff done.
Yeah. Very much just get stuff done. They're all related to like the other project that I'm working on. So sometimes
so secretive.
There are some personal things, but yeah, like if I ever spread things out, I feel really grateful to be able to do that. So I'm hesitant to go back to A6 for like the to-dos.
Maybe day free is probably the answer.
Day free, and get like a stamp or something. Yeah. I'm just afraid that I won't like reach for it as much. Like I like being able to flip to the day.
So how do you feel about your setup right now? Any changes for the second half of the year?
Second half of the year, I think I'm actually going to stick to what I have right now. This stack is working pretty well, all of my Hobonichi stuff. I feel pretty good about it, even though I do feel a little guilty that I'm wasting so much paper with the cousin. So, but for now, for the rest of the year, I'm not going to make any changes. This guy, though, if anyone's got any easier ideas, I just don't have the energy, and I'm not doing very much. You can see it's pretty empty. It's pretty empty, and I wanted to use
it's so cute.
all the special layouts. Yeah, so like when I do have the time and I do have the energy, I'm very happy with like what I can memory keep in here. And like I have things set aside for like I went to a concert this month. I have like things from my Spain trip that I want to put in here. So I have things that I want to put in here. I want to get back to it. It's just the time, the energy is lacking in my life. So like the spread was very detailed, so I might have to think about some less detailed ways to like make it cute. So I want to get back into this, but I don't know. And then my other weeks, that was my social calendar. I think I'm just going to have to let it go. I do have a system for backlogging in the social calendar where I go through my Google Maps and see like where I went, but it's been too long, I think. I'm going to have to let it go.
It was working out for you so well last year.
Yeah. I was so proud of it last year. Go watch the video from last year so you can see my beautiful spreads. But yeah, no, I think this year I'm gonna have to let it go. I'll focus on my health blog. It's actually very fulfilling to like keep up with it and get back to it. So I think I'll have to keep my stack like this for the second half of the year if I can get back into this. We'll see. I'm really busy right now.
She's busy.
Other things, life, health, and other special secret things. So, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for having me.
So that was part 2 of our mid-year planner update. I hope you guys enjoyed both videos. Very fun.
Thank you for bearing with our outdoor setup here. I hope the audio's okay.
Yeah, we're about to find out when we go back in. Yeah, so we'll be back at the end of the year. Is it end of the year or beginning of next year that we do?
I think we've done both actually in the past. So, but hopefully the end of the year if we can get everyone before they go on vacation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that 5 months from now. Yeah, leave us any comments if you want to share your tips for planners, planner upkeep, and things like that. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye.